Mark is open to amendment at any time. Without objection, members have 5 legislative days within which to submit written statements to be made part of the record, so ordered. So we have before us, I believe, an excellent mark that reflects the inputs and hard work of each of the members of this subcommittee. And I thank each of you for the extraordinary contributions you've made to make it a strong mark. I particularly want to thank Ranking Member Banks, who has been a fantastic partner throughout this entire process. It's not that the process this year has only been bipartisan, it's been nonpartisan, and that is a great credit to all of our members. I want to thank also our superb subcommittee staff, starting with Michael Herman, staff lead for the subcommittee, Sarah Moxley, minority staff lead, professional staff members Josh Stiefel, Troy Nienenberg, Laura Roque, and our GAO detailee Jen Bader, and our clerk Payson Rule. I also want to thank Catherine Mitchell, my both chief of staff and serving as MLA, and Matthew, my military fellow, for their contributions to this effort. This mark reflects the balanced priorities of this subcommittee. It does the hard work of continued and detailed oversight of the Department of Defense. It provides support, guidance, and, where necessary, corrections to ongoing programs, and it moves the ball forward aggressively in key technology areas. So it empowers and encourages innovation across the department, but also shores up the key areas of research and development and test and evaluation that are all too easily taken for granted. I do want to highlight a few items in particular. So this mark contains provisions that build on previous year's efforts to advance biotechnology, including creating a new class of biomanufacturing capabilities and facilities, providing a crucial capability to transition products successfully proven in the lab to commercial scales. It directs for the first time an independent assessment of the military software and information technology to determine the cost of poorly performing software and information technology systems are imposing in lost working hours and the associated time and money. It encourages the department to anticipate the revolutionary potential of quantum computing by creating a quantum computer strategy and identifying plans to use quantum computer test beds in the very near future. It encourages support for patentable inventions that occur outside the defense laboratory ecosystem, supporting innovation efforts at the tactical edge. And it provides a comprehensive examination of the sufficiency of current and planned test and evaluation resources to meet the demands of major defense programs. So I'm proud of these provisions and the hard work that they represent from the members of this subcommittee. But I'll admit that this is a bittersweet moment for me. This, of course, will be my final NDAA as chairman of the Cyber Innovative Technologies and Information Systems Subcommittee before my retirement at the end of this Congress. It has been the absolute honor and privilege of a lifetime to serve as both the chairman and ranking member of this subcommittee and its previous incarnation, dating all the way back to when I became ranking member of the Emerging Threats and Capabilities Subcommittee back in 2011. So it's absolutely incredible for me to look back on where we were then, and especially where we are, and especially where we were in 2001, my first year in Congress, and where we are now. In 2001, the NDAA did not even mention the words cyber or internet. This year, for the third year, there's an entire title of the NDAA devoted to cyberspace-related matters. 4 years ago, Cybercom stood up as a unified combatant command. And last year, through the hard work of many members of this subcommittee and across the Congress, we created the Office of National Cyber Director. This subcommittee has supported key research and development efforts, including those at DARPA, that led directly to the mRNA technology contained in the COVID-19 vaccine, which has no doubt saved countless lives. We've implemented recommendations from the Cyberspace Solarium Commission and the National Security Commission on Artificial Intelligence. This subcommittee's steadfast support for groundbreaking technologies and willingness to accept risk and push the transformational change has led us to where we are today in fields like hypersonics, quantum, autonomy, and artificial intelligence. In particular, I'm particularly proud of how far we've come in the field of directed energy, once derided as always being 5 years away, but now finally deployed operationally in defense of our men and women in uniform. This is what the subcommittee can and must do. It is the hopeful subcommittee, looking to the promise of the future, with the constant responsibility of ensuring that no future American soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, or Guardian ever enters a fair fight. It's been my absolute privilege to take my turn at the helm, but now, before I pass it on to my successor, I look forward to getting this year's bill and the city provisions that reflect all of our hard work across the finish line. That effort begins in earnest today. So with that, it's my privilege now to recognize Mr. Banks, the ranking member of the subcommittee, and thank him for his partnership, for any opening comments that he would like to make.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And first of all, let me congratulate you on your final mark as chairman of this subcommittee. Your many years of service in this area has changed the emerging technology and cyber landscape and our national security for the better. Thank you for your dedication and service. You will be missed next year. This is such a fitting mark for you, the bipartisan effort that's gone into this. Your leadership will be sorely missed. We look forward to visiting you on the beautiful beaches of Rhode Island in the years to come. I know there are many in this room who would like to say thank you for your leadership and service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nearly every day there is a news story about China's investments in emerging technologies as they work to be the world's lone superpower. To maintain our superiority in the great power competition, we need to quickly innovate, deploy capabilities, and strengthen our defenses in the cyber and emerging technologies. I believe the mark that we are voting on today makes important progress toward those goals. It has many great provisions that advance innovation, promote technological superiority, accelerate capabilities, improve accountability, and streamline systems. This mark also addresses two areas that I believe are critical for our national security: batteries and biotechnology. Batteries are necessary to operate in challenging conditions, yet the department lacks a department-wide understanding of what batteries it has and what batteries it needs. My language directs the department to develop a mechanism for tracking and requiring the department to study how to standardize batteries to allow for interoperability between systems. Biotechnology shows significant promise for being able to address some of the material challenges of the department as well. To take advantage of the incredible opportunities that biotechnology offers, we need a better understanding of the existing biotechnology industrial base. My proposal directs the department to survey the biotechnology industrial base to ensure that we harness existing opportunities and advance the work being done specifically in this domain. Our national security cannot be assumed. We must make strategic investments in cyber and emerging technologies now to maintain our advantage over our adversaries. We do that with this mark today, and I'm also very proud to support it and be a part of it, and Mr. Chairman, to work alongside you. Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you, Ranking Member, for his comments and for, again, his partnership. Thank you very much. We will now proceed to Markup H.R. 7900, the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2023. Copies of the subcommittee mark and directive report language were made available and distributed to member offices on Monday, June 6th. Is there any discussion or questions on the subcommittee mark? If there's no further discussion, the chair lays before the members the text of this subcommittee mark for consideration. Are there any amendments to the subcommittee mark? Okay. Hearing none, the question now occurs on the adoption of the mark. So many as is in favor will say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the mark is adopted. The chair now recognizes the gentlewoman from Pennsylvania, Ms. Houlihan, for the purpose of a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the subcommittee report the mark as amended favorably to the full committee.
Okay. The question is on the motion of the gentlelady from Pennsylvania, Ms. Houlihan. So many as in favor will say aye.
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 Aye. Those opposed, no. Quorum being present, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Okay. I ask unanimous consent that staff be authorized to make necessary conforming technical and clerical changes and to remove from the mark provisions that would cause the mark to refer to other committees or to result in additional direct spending. Without objection, so ordered. Well, there being no further legislative business before the subcommittee, work is concluded. And I want to thank again members and staff for their extraordinary contributions to this effort. Nothing of this significance happens without this kind of input. I again salute the staff too for their extraordinary work and hard work and hours they put in putting this together as well. And with that, the subcommittee stands adjourned. Thank you.